All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome all. Welcome to the morning note. It is 9:01 Eastern Standard Time. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital here on the G.A.R Capital official new YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today and every morning. Again, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is where we'll be. Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo. Click on that. Turn on notifications. Subscribe to our channel. Like our videos. Comment your questions. Here to help in every way we can. Thank you so much for joining me again, as always. All right, let's talk about the markets. Dow futures are down 47 points. My apologies, I don't have the mic on, so if the sound isn't the best, I have AirPods on, so kind of bear with me. Dow futures are down 47 points with banks leading the way down. We'll talk about that here in a second. NASDAQ futures are up 0.33%, 53 points. S&P futures are green. NASDAQ was at all-time high yesterday. S&P all-time high yesterday. 8 days in a row, we've been at all-time highs. New record. The record was in 1995. That was the middle of a bull market. Keep that in your mind. Russell 2000 down 0.26%. Let's look at crude oil is up 0.46%, 82.30 a barrel. 1830 on gold futures up 0.11%. Silver futures up down 0.23%, 24.49. Euro dollar is up 7 pips, 115.96. Dollar yen 112.88, down 33 pips. Ethereum futures, all-time highs hit overnight on Ethereum. Bitcoin futures, all-time high hit on Bitcoin, on futures and spot. Just a heads up. 10-year yields are falling, 1.434. This is why banks are falling, hurting the Dow. The Dow is red. Russell is red because they have banks as well. Dollar index is down 0.10%, and the VIX is actually green, 1729 at 0.41%. Okay, let's go ahead and talk some crypto. I did do some moves on crypto today. I did buy some more Graph, GRT. You remember I talked about that on the live with Nick. I said that I sold my Cardano 88 for a profit, and I went ahead and bought some more Graph. That's GRT. I am in it. I am up currently 26.71%, including the buy I did this morning. So there you go. If you guys want to look at my portfolio again, you guys always want to look. Here you go. That's what I'm holding. By all means, the only thing that's red right now is sushi, but I'm still holding. No biggie. That's where I'm at in terms of crypto. Let's take a look at some pre-market movers. We'll go to the S&P heat map. NVIDIA up another 5.41%. Happy shareholder here. Awesome. Amazon looking to make a deal with the EU in terms of antitrust. They're up 0.79%. Tesla's up 1.25% with word of another Shanghai factory being built. Ford is also up today at $20.65. AMD is also up. We traded that yesterday. Happy shareholder over here on AMD. So pretty great. PayPal had their earnings. They're down 6.53%. I'll see if I can go and buy the dip if it did hits my levels. But you can see the banks are taking a dip with the 10-year yields. So let's take a look at the 10-year yields. But before we do that, let's go over some news here. Let's go over the PPI, Producer Price Index. This is inflation reading. Again, very important. Let's go over it. Month over month, October, 0.6%. The estimate was 0.6%. PPI, final demand, 8.6% year over year versus the estimate of 8.6%. Core's PPI, this is the core reading. This is excluding food and energy, 0.4%. The estimate is 0.5%, better than expected. Excluding food and energy, which is again core, year over year inflation on PPI is up 6.8%, which is meeting expectations. That's a really good sign. This is why you're seeing futures jump with that. So again, the idea of high inflation and all that stuff, that's starting to slowly melt away. Do we still have the risk of higher inflation? Of course, there's always risk. But again, we're starting to see things go the right way. Just a heads up. So again, better than expected on core PPI year over year. That's really great to see. 10-year yields, I've been tweeting about that today. 1.434. Let's chart it together, and then we'll go over some pre-market movers. That will be TNX. Here, let's go to the daily. I'll expand it, and then I'll answer your questions. I know you guys have tons of questions. So you can see we broke the 200-day. Looks like we're going to probably tap 1.4%. What is that helping? Tech. Bullish tech. Watch NASDAQ. NASDAQ is key. Helps that we have NIO as a freebie. We should be able to get that today. Very excited about that trade. that you guys are going to get. So 1.4% on a TNX, which is the 10-year yield, is what we expect to hit. The dollar is also down. This is beneficial on risk on assets like high growth tech. So keep an eye on that. That means banks will probably go down with that information. Let's take a look at NEO. NEO is up pre-market slightly. If I take a look at NEO exactly in terms of percentage, NEO does report after the bell today. They're up 0.76% pre-market. If we can get above right around 40, let me see, I have the alert here, the daily. If we break, what is this, 40, well, we're below 43. If we get to 44.75, we could definitely get there. We are going to be set on our profit target. And that, again, was the green arrow that I talked about on the chart itself. You can see the green arrow is right around here. So I kind of put it right below it. So again, the green arrow is 45.83. That's more likely going to happen. And you can see on the hourly, if you're playing at home, in a sense, let me see if I can bring up a 4-hour chart. Gives me a little better reading. You can see a slight inverse head and shoulders here. So again, a bullish indicator on a technical analysis standpoint, hence why we sent it out as a freebie. Hope you guys profit from it. That's the hope on that for you guys. So let's go ahead and continue. A lot to talk about. Let's just go straight to the questions. I mean, I think I did everything in terms of what to expect. Good morning. Good morning. Sound is fire. Thank you. Thoughts on AMC this morning? AMC is down pre-market. We had AMC calls yesterday. We closed it before earnings came out. Got 20%. Perfect exit. If we can bounce 44.20 is your level, then I would target 45s, 45 and a halves, 46s, possible 47s on AMC, but you need 44.20. Hi, Carlos. How you liking 80 MU calls to the upside? MU is not bad. You're also starting to see a little bit of a compression, and you can see kind of the downward wedge is starting to break. Let's go ahead and draw it. I did see this online as well, and you can kind of go from here and go all the way down here, and you can see we're starting to move out of this channel. If not, you can start to see a triangle to the downside, and you can see we're starting to break above it. Actually, if you're taking a look at the 80s, we want to buy some time on it. So keep an eye on Micron. It's a good one. I'm watching that as well. It is down slightly off the highs pre-market. Google levels to add, Microsoft support to add more shares. Microsoft, my level is 302. Again, I know that's pretty high. You can possibly go to 310 if you wanted to. Google, I've been dying to buy some Google. My level is 24.44. I'd have to go a little higher on that. I don't think I'll get it, but I still own shares in terms of SpyG. So again, I'm going to keep it at 24.44 for Google. Amazon going to sort back to yesterday's levels. We can, but I would not trade that. I think 35.30 does break, but again, I would not trade that. It's expensive. Scalp NVIDIA and AMD today. We hit AMD yesterday. NVIDIA is nice. Let's see what we get in terms of it. So just be very careful. NVIDIA is expensive in terms of the options premiums. Will bull market end up tapering? No, the bull market is not going to end, because I'm going to go ahead and send out a podcast, since you guys voted yesterday, on the fact of why I am still bullish, part 3. Good old part 3. Usually, most movies don't end in good trilogies, except for The Dark Knight, which was a great movie series. But again, we're going to have the Why Am I Still Bullish trilogy of podcasts that's coming this week. And I'll explain it all to you guys. Gap to fill FXC to 40. Do you see 45 calls in the future? FXC, I don't see anything. FXC says 78.74. So no, I don't know what you're speaking of. Tesla calls. I'm actually in Tesla calls. And again, I'm still waiting for a break of 12.13 is that gap to fill. I think we probably do fill that gap. Why are you cutting NIO calls? Who said I'm cutting NIO calls? I'm still in NIO calls. Nothing has changed. I did not cut NIO. We cut AMC calls yesterday for 20%. If I said a freebie to you guys, I would not get out until I tell everyone that I got out. That's how I do it. Roblox. I own shares. As you know, I posted that online. Thank you very much. Well done, Investment Club. You're doing great. Where are some headwinds for crypto? The only headwind on crypto would be a rising dollar. That would hurt. Or profit taking right at 100,000. but I still say Bitcoin 100,000 by end of the year. That's my call. Palantir and AMD levels to add. Palantir 25 is support, but to buy it 21.12. AMD to add is going to be tough. I would say 115. What are financials over with their run? They're not over. It's just that yields are down. So banks still have more room to the upside. Unusual option activity on Tilray yesterday. Are you looking? I have not looked at Tilray. Tilray on a daily looks absolutely horrific, and you're getting a little bit of a bounce. But again, we faded off the highs pre-market. We'll keep an eye. Starbucks puts. I'd be hesitant to want to do any puts. But again, we're right at the 50-day moving average. More than likely, we'll probably bounce on Starbucks. So I don't see what you're seeing in terms of there. So yeah. In terms of NIO, since I still hold it, it is a freebie. I will let you know as always. That's why I did a video last night on when we close and what we do. So have no fear. We will let you know on Instagram and Twitter what we do. So just a heads up. On Alibaba calls, Alibaba really needs to get to 170, 190 before I do anything. Am I satisfied with Palantir earnings? I am actually very satisfied. Absolutely. I like the call. Right now, we're just looking to test support of that 200-day. More than likely, we'll probably bounce. Again, Palantir is a long-term hold for me. I'm not worried about it. NVIDIA scalp, guys, is going to be very, very tricky because it's going to be expensive. So I know you guys probably have FOMO on touching NVIDIA. I would wait. And now we'll leave it at that. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. YouTube Premium, I'm going to catch you guys in a little bit. We got some trades open. I'll catch you here around 9:20 this morning. Have a great rest of your day. GARCapitalFX.com is the website. We'll catch you guys then. Cheers. Why do you trust GRT so much? Because my team trusts it. And if you don't trust it, by all means, you don't have to do, you can do whatever you want. I just tell you what I did. I bought some more. We'll leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your day.